Hello everyone. Alright, so here we go for my 5th sparring session in Muay Thai. So this is Odin. He's a competitor. He's got really good level and he kicked my ass, to say the least. I felt really frustrated sparring with him because he totally shut me down. Like every time I tried something, he countered, and every time I tried something and missed, I got punished, which made me really hesitant. I really didn't know what to do, and also I'm still trying to figure out this kind of balance between being fast and not hitting hard, and I realized I also need to work on my range more and my distances. And when I watch the video, I also feel very frustrated because I know I can do things and I never seem to be able to pull them off. So I didn't catch a single kick. I mean, I was really preoccupied not getting hit. But I didn't catch any kicks. I didn't try to go for the clinch. I didn't use the knees. And I think my only objective was not to get my ass whooped, really. I also got some criticisms from a friend who's in Thailand. He's been in Thailand for quite some time now, I think probably a couple of years, and he's been doing Muay Thai there with some really high-level guys. And he gave me a little bit of advice. So he said first that I should really pay more attention to keeping my hands up. So you can't really tell, but I've been really trying to be more aware of that. And also he told me to save energy and try to move around a bit less. And so I also tried to do that a bit, being less kickboxing and more Muay Thai in the way I move. I also watched a video of a guy who talked about head movement, and I didn't think about it at all during the session, but that's something else I want to implement, having a bit more of head movement. And I think with guys like this who are really high level, I mean, compared to me, I guess I could sort of allow myself a little bit more explosiveness and hitting a bit harder. I think somehow I kind of fear that if I hit a bit too hard, they're gonna just hit hard back at me, and in the end I think I'm gonna lose. Which is stupid, really, because they hit me way harder than I hit them anyway. And I don't know, I think I need time to loosen up and feel comfortable sparring with guys who have higher level. I mean, he was alright because a couple of times he hit me quite hard. I mean, you can't really tell on the video, but it's always the same thing. When it's on video, it doesn't look like much, but when it's in real life, it's more impressive. And a couple of times he hit me really hard, and I told him, let's go easy, man. Because he was shutting me down so much, and I thought that the sparring wasn't going anywhere because I couldn't do anything. I mean, looking back at it now, I see that it's not that bad. That grazed me. He could have caught me with that. I had my hands down. I tried to catch a kick that never came. It was a high kick. I thought it was a low kick, and I almost got hit in the face. I still get some success with all my side kicks and my hook kicks. I think that's because they're definitely that's the only time that I got him to really back off. The axe kick also. All those techniques are a bit flashy and that few people can really pull off. I guess that's the only real advantage I've got over most guys that I've sparred is technically there are a lot of techniques that I can pull off. And my techniques are neat. I mean, the execution is good. My hook kicks, my side kicks, all of these techniques. That's because I got the Chinese school kind of background with a lot of repetitions of the techniques, which is probably the same you have in karate. So in boxing clubs, very often, you master a few kicks and you're good to go. But I always I always dedicated a lot of time to mastering all the different kicks. So maybe I should implement a bit more of the hook kicks, the side kicks, and all these things. So this is the second sparring session we had, and I told him to go a bit easier on me, and he did, and that was good because that really gave me an opportunity to work and try things. But I mean, in the same way that I talk, I was a teacher, so I'm all about I'd say that communication, let's say, and I understand the importance of it. And sometimes I wish they would tell me just, come on, go easy, go harder. Not go easy, but go harder. Really try to hit me. But most guys don't really tell me anything. And I think next time that's something I'm going to do. I'm going to tell them, look, if you want me to be a bit faster, a bit harder, you tell me, because I tend to be a bit. So he totally let me have this combo here. At some point, he front kicked me in the face. I'm not sure you can see it really well on the video. Yeah, so I did it to him. But you could see that my intentions are never really to hurt. And yeah, I had enough at this point. Come on. Enough suffering. And also he's very tall and he can use his range really well. He punishes all my mistakes. I mean, when you train with there's some other guys here. When you train with competitors, you can definitely tell the difference. They save their energy. They seem to have limitless energies, at least these guys. It's crazy. He doesn't get tired. Every time I tried something, I get punished. Yeah, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go back to my basic combos, and one of them is jab, jab, cross, front leg kick, and I went jab, jab, and boom, I ate a body. Oh, that's when I seem to have got him in the face. I had to take a breather a couple of times. I've mentioned that before, and I know it's never good to make excuses, but the sparring session is on Friday night. That is after I've finished my day at work and my whole week is behind me. And most of the time I go there and I'm clearly very tired. I mean, as the sparring session starts, it gets better. And we ended up clinching, which surprisingly enough was the moment when I felt the less in danger. You can see I'm getting tired. He was nice, he didn't take advantage of it. Like, he could have really whooped my ass right there. I wasn't really doing anything. I was really happy to hear the bell. Okay, so this guy, he's a beginner. And it was nice because I felt a bit more that I could loosen up with him and try things. You can see I still go very easy on him. And the problem with beginners very often, I mean, it's not just beginners. I think the problem is with as soon as you spar with someone who has a higher level, it's very difficult because you get frustrated and you will tend to compensate that frustration by hitting a bit harder. It's a natural thing. and it's difficult to control. I would say it's like maybe the most difficult thing to manage in sparring is when you spar someone with a higher level, to try to accept the frustration that you can't really do anything, you can't hit them, they hit you, you don't hit them back. But that's how you learn, because if you just start increasing the impacts, the force that you put in your impacts, that doesn't make you a better boxer. So you're not making any progress. You're just sort of venting out your frustration on the other guy. But it's not your fault. It's not his fault if you're not good enough. So what am I doing? Throwing a few kicks. And that's the problem he had. When he tried to kick me, he was trying to kick hard. I think I was really frustrating him here. You can see every time he comes forward, I stopped him. Here I told him to go easy, because that kick was really hard. It might not look like much, but it was. And I think in managing distance with this guy, I was definitely a bit better. His name's Samuel. Very nice. See here, I've tried a bit of long guard. I'm glad to see that some of the stuff that I've been sort of looking into just comes out naturally. Here, I was told to keep my hands up. I've tried adopting this more of Muay Thai stance, you see, with the hands facing forward instead of my usual kickboxing stance where my hands are really, really close to my chin, like a peekaboo kind of stance. And that was nice. And yeah, this kind of a bit more Muay Thai stance. And that's because it's very useful to throw elbows. And it gives you a bit more vision for trapping hands and get into the clinch. I mean, there is a reason why they fight in this stance. It's a shame you couldn't see it, but I did land a really nice punch at some point, right in the middle of his guard. Alright, thanks for watching, and as I always say, there is the kickboxing user manual that's available for free at thezenboxer.com.